Hey guys, welcome back to Cancer Theory. I'm Marisa Personius. I am here with you to bring you just stories of hope and encouragement in the tragedy of cancer. We know that there is good in these trials and tragedies that we go through, but not only is there encouragement and good that can be found, but I also believe that hearing other people's stories is just helpful to know that you're not alone, that you're not the only one going through these things. So we talked to Trevor Howard last time. He had, I'm gonna look at my notes. He had acute lymphoblastic leukemia, and he is now in remission, and he is going to share with us something that helped him get through his cancer and his treatment. So here we go. Welcome, Trevor. Good to see you again.
Hey,
Hello, hello. All right, so I loved your story that you shared with us. I thought it was just so encouraging, and it was all about kind of your mindset and deciding that you're going to be positive even though you're going through something extremely difficult. And it
hmm
really seemed like your positive mindset helped carry you through your treatment,
yeah,
and I love that. I think it's just so important to have your mind right even when you're going through something as hard as cancer. So, if you guys didn't get a chance to hear that interview yet, it's on my whatever channel. It's there, so check it out. It's really encouraging. But now I wanted to talk to Trevor about what he did to one of the things that he did to help him get through cancer. So, Trevor, will you share with us one of the
absolutely.
things that you felt helps you navigate this time, or not navigate, just helped
Yeah.
you get through it?
Yeah, like I said, the biggest thing for me was having a positive outlook on everything and not letting the diagnosis get to my head and bring me down. And aside from my faith, the biggest thing that helped me get through and stay positive in the hospital for a month and a half was comedy, comedy, comedy. Just watching shows, movies, podcasts, you name it. Laughter. It's huge. Laughter is so healing. And so I just constantly had stand-up routines playing in the background, anything to just make me laugh and kind of make me forget about what I'm doing, take me away from my reality and just be able to joke. Um, and something that was super cool. Um, I don't know how I was fortunate enough for this to happen, but for those of you who know Will Forte and those of you who don't, look him up. He was on SNL and he had a show called Last Man on Earth, and that was the TV show that I was just binge watching throughout my entire experience. And something came over me, and I just decided to DM him on Instagram and kind of tell him about what I was going through and how I appreciated his sense of humor and his art form and what he's doing and how it's helping me. Didn't think much of it, just kind of wanted to, I don't even know why, but just tell him. And he actually answered me, and we exchanged phone numbers and talked. And then he told me, he's like, once you get out of the hospital, I want you to come to the set of Last Man on Earth and meet the cast and watch me film. And I couldn't believe it. I didn't think that was actually going to happen. But sure enough, when I got out of the hospital and was approved by my doctors, I went out to the set. I hung out with him. I met him. He gave me a script. I got to sit on everything that they did when they went through their read through before shooting. Got to eat lunch with him while they were in the writers' room. Just everything. It was just such a cool experience. And that was the moment that I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to start doing some comedy. And I decided that I was going to do stand up. And so as soon as I was out of the hospital, I started trying to write some jokes and stuff and just never really did it, but it was always in the back of my head. I was just kind of too scared and I didn't know how to get started. And then I was one of my first jobs that I picked up after starting to feel a little bit better was Mod Pizza. And there was a guy that worked there who actually did stand up. And so I was kind of sharing with him and he's like, "Oh, you got to come be on one of my shows one time." I was like, "Okay, I don't know what that means, but like, let's do it." And he got me booked on a show, and I just started doing it. And A big thing for me was opening up every show and telling people about my story and that again, don't give up because I was there, but now I'm here telling people jokes when 2 years ago I was laying in a hospital bed getting chemotherapy. Um, so yeah, I just comedy was huge for me, and it still is today. I still addicted. I'd spend all my money on going to stand-up shows and always trying to write jokes and looking for another show to be on. It's just a huge part. Laughter completely heals. My one of my mottos is if you can learn how to laugh at the hard things in your life, then you're taking away all of its control and you're taking control back.
Hmm, that's great. Where did that come from? Where did that motto come from?
I don't know. It kind of just hit me one day. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm not feeling down anymore because I'm just being able to laugh. And cancer is not an easy thing to make fun of, but if you can find an angle and take away its power that it has over you, then you're gonna be fine. And I truly believe that. Like it's everything is your mindset. Everything.
Yes. I'm just sitting here taking this in. It's reminding me of our last conversation. One, our last conversation about you just got through cancer, um, and now you have a thought about doing stand up, and
Mhm.
you share that thought with someone, and then the opportunity is presented and you take it. One, you seem like a go getter, but two, I think there's also a new mindset of you know, I have to like, just wanting to do things again, even though it might be uncomfortable, it might scare you, I don't think you'd done it before.
No, and it's exactly like what you said. Like you kind of realize now it's like, why was I scared of things before? Because what does it matter at the end of the day? Like, I wanna just enjoy my life and live up every moment, and it was kinda strange, like I said, I just randomly sent this guy a DM, and he's a celebrity, I didn't think anything of it, but just one thing after another just kept aligning and kinda falling into place, almost like it was a sign, like I was supposed to do something with comedy, and, I mean, I was always like a goofball and the center of attention growing up and stuff, but I hated public speaking in class. Like it was the worst thing to get up and do a speech in front of class. So me getting up on stage and trying to make people laugh was the last thing I thought I'd ever be doing. But I love it because it gives me like even just a small chance to maybe reach someone in the audience with my little testimony of I went through something super dark, but now I'm here. And it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. Uh, I just love it so much, I think it's so cool. And even even the way that you DM'd that comedian, like, again, there's been so many times where I've thought of doing something like that, like, sort of putting myself out there,
Mhm.
and I don't do it, and especially with someone like that, it's like, "Well, what are the odds that they're
Yeah.
gonna see this or respond?" But I love that you just did it, and
I was like,
then
"Whatever, man. If he sees it, he sees it. If he doesn't, he doesn't." And it turned into a friendship, so
yeah,
oh,
like,
pretty cool.
that is so cool, and I love that show, by the way, it was one of my, like, favorite shows, it's hilarious.
Anyone who has not seen that show, please go watch it. It's
Watch
so
it,
funny.
it's amazing. Um, yeah, when you take action like that, it's like, who knows what will happen.
Exactly.
I heard a analogy recently about opportunities and how there's doors and windows, and
Mhm.
it's like a window, you can see what's happening on the other side. So before you take the action, before you take the risk, you can kinda tell, how it's gonna end up.
Yeah,
Whereas going through a door seems a little more scary. You don't know what's gonna happen if you take that action of opening the door. You don't know what's on the other side. It could be
right,
really good, it could be not that great.
right.
So I think that that's just another great mindset to have is taking
Yeah,
action because you don't know what it could lead to, and,
and always
it
remember when one door closes, another one opens.
that's that's true as well. Yeah, if a door is shut in your face, maybe it's for a reason, maybe,
Mhm.
this next door down the hall is gonna be that much better.
Yeah,
So, anyways, that's awesome, and I love what you're talking about with being able to laugh even about your cancer. Which again, saying that does sound funny, but, I think that support groups are so great, and again, I know that off camera, you and I were talking the other day about this group that I was a part of called We Are Ocean. I
Mhm.
love it. It's phenomenal. If any of you guys out there are looking for like an adventure to do with other cancer survivors, this group takes people on ocean adventures like sailing, snorkeling, paddleboarding, surfing. Did I say that? I might have already said that. Anyways, but it's awesome because not only are you trying new things together with a group of cancer survivors, but then you're with a group of cancer survivors and you get to talk and open up and just go deep right away because, it's like you're not with civilians anymore, you're with people that know what you've been through to an
Yeah.
extent, and when I went, I was able to laugh about what I'd been through for the first time and just sort of say out loud these ridiculous, kinda scary things and, laugh about it.
I know I'll understand too, because they did it too.
Yeah, yeah, they understand, they weren't shocked that I shared it, and they weren't shocked that I was laughing about it. It
They're like,
just
"Oh, you
feels.
too?"
Yes, yeah, that's literally what happened. I had that so many times, and,
Mhm.
um, it was great. It feels just like releasing, kinda like what you're saying. It's like maybe the scary power that it had over you of like, "Oh, this is uncomfortable and people don't know what I went through." Being able
Yeah,
to get it off your chest and then, laugh about it with other people, it's like,
yeah.
oh yeah, okay,"
Mhm.
So, couldn't agree more. I think that laughter is a great way to deal with it, and I wish that I had thought of watching, like, comedy when I was going through it, I had all that
Yeah.
time on the couch. Didn't
Yeah.
didn't watch any comedy shows, so that's a great idea. Um Again, I believe that you wanted to do something with comedy. Would you mind sharing a little bit
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah. So I don't know how long I'll be doing stand-up. It's not something that I pursue, to really make money at or make a job out of it. It's more of just a passion for me. Um, but yeah, I mean, just like you said, support groups, and like I shared in our first video, the hardest thing for me was seeing people give up, and feeling helpless, not knowing how to help them or if I could even help them. And then looking at how comedy has helped me and how healing laughter is, and I truly believe that and know that. I kinda just decided that I wanna start my own nonprofit, whatever, comedy club, something. Um, I don't have all the logistics worked out, but I wanna have some sort of comedy show that is dedicated for past and current cancer warriors to come and watch a show. Just have an opportunity to chuck everything at the door, forget about what they're going through, and just laugh together. And then at the end, leave an open mic opportunity for anyone that wants to get up and try and crack some jokes and take that stress off of their shoulders and just be silly and see if it can help them too. And like I said, just all in one big group of people that have, like you said, with We Are Ocean, you get an opportunity to share stuff and there's no judgment because everyone's gonna look at you and be like, oh, me too, oh, me too. And so I think that'd be super cool to get everybody in one room and just all laugh together and let people try it. Not that they're gonna become stand-up comedians, but just give them an opportunity to like try to release the tension.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's, such a cool concept, and I think that that would really make a difference for
There's
a
a
lot of
lot
people.
lot of kinks that I have to work out and logistics and all that, but I've got the idea, and I've had that idea since I got out of the hospital. It's 6 years later, and I'm still working on it. It's gonna happen one day. It
I love
will.
it. Yeah. Well, if anyone out there is a comedian and wants to be a part of this, you can reach out, leave a
I'll
comment.
feature you on a show,
What's that?
and I'll feature you on a show.
There we have it. Additionally, I would love to help in any way, so let me know. Um, yeah. Trevor, I have loved this so much. I just think that laughter, like you said, can be so healing and therapeutic.
Mhm.
And it was awesome to hear about how it helped you, just how it helped you get through stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that it could really help other people, so I'm happy that you shared it, and I look forward to going to one of your shows one day.
Yeah, and thank you again for giving me the chance to share my story and hopefully touch some people. Let
For
them hear,
sure,
spread more comedy, more laughter.
for sure. Yeah, like I said, it's a privilege for me to be able to do this, so absolutely loved having you on, and this concludes I'm looking for my end button. This concludes our time tonight. Once again, thank you, and Trevor, hopefully I'll see you again soon, and everybody out there, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Alright,
So, yeah.
bye.